So of course we all have existing networks, and that can be anything from your next door neighbor to the PTA members at your children's school to people you exercise with at the gym. Um, it's very wide. So get out of the idea that it's just colleagues or former colleagues, or family and friends. Then, of course, from there, you have your second degree network, which, of course, on LinkedIn is very clear, but that just means people who are connected to those people in your network. Alumni groups are often missed, and I just spoke about my opportunity there at the job fair. And I would tell you that that's actually how I figured out that I did want to go to business school and where to apply, was talking to alumni for a period of time before making that leap. And I see it happen all the time. And like Danielle said, if you have that shared connection of belonging to the same organization or having worked for the same company in the past, it's the same idea. You have this mutual connection, and don't limit it to the year you graduated, or make sure it's people who were there the same amount of time you were at the school. That doesn't matter. It just matters that you both graduated or attended for a time that school. You can find those on LinkedIn, and there's also a lot of times universities have their own, separate databases where you can search for folks as well in different companies or industries. The next are professional groups. So in the Washington, D.C. area, it's very common for people to belong to professional associations. Outside of that, it's also the case. It just seems to be prevalent here because a lot are located in this area. But another one is Toastmasters, which is a great way not only to really hone your public speaking skills, but also meet a variety of professionals in different industries and companies. So that's a great way to build your network as well, if you can join one of those locally. And then, of course, local chambers of commerce host a lot of free events for all kinds of people. So that's another great way to meet people. And then job boards too. I mean, you can find all kinds of different opportunities there. But again, I want you to also think about the non-professional aspect. Like I said, people are finding jobs in these ways. So what social groups do you belong to? There are things on meetup.org, like I used to belong to a Russian language speaking meetup group, but there are all kinds of things on there, like expatriate meetup groups. There are book clubs, there are intramural sports teams, knitting clubs, you name it. Think of those people as your connections too. And as Danielle said, a lot of times you just need to know the ask, and it can be very simple. It can be, do you know somebody who I can talk to? A lot of times people, I was just speaking with someone about this yesterday, who said, I feel very uncomfortable, as a lot of you said earlier in the chat, doing this, and it feels superficial. But there are so many people that want to help you, that like you and want to help you, but they don't know how. And I could even say that probably about my own family members. Like, my brothers, I've had to ask them very specifically in the past how to help me because they just don't know. So you'll be surprised how little people know about how they can help, but they want to help. So keep that in mind. Unless you're super aggressive and pushy, they likely want to help you. So tell them how they can help you. Those connections extend all over the place. It can be, like I said, exercise classes, library, university lectures. Often you can meet people at those. There's receptions. And then I know too, we have a lot of folks on here who are like me, part of the Foreign Service because of their spouses or partners. So there are a lot of expatriate groups, international professional women, but also men's groups as well. There are women in business groups overseas and in the United States. So there are a lot of opportunities for networking there as well.